came to the store to buy some candy.
Lauren?
I'm under attack.
What'd you say?
I'm under attack. Why are you doing
Drop
this?
everything out your hands right now.
Okay.
Don't fight me. I'm telling you, you won't win. Don't do it. Don't fight me.
Okay, I'm okay.
Do not
Look,
fight.
I got something in my pocket to protect me so I don't get.
On March 4th, 2022, officers responded to dueling 911 calls at a small convenience retailer. A woman named Lauren claimed she was locked inside for trying to buy candy, while the store clerk alleged she was concealing merchandise. Outside the store, Lauren tells officers she came only to buy a chocolate bar and was wrongfully detained. She frames herself as the victim of a false detention rather than a suspect, a narrative the clerk will quickly challenge. The clerk explains he watched Lauren take 2 Red Bulls from the refrigerator and conceal 2 chocolate bars. When confronted, she offered to pay for 1 item only, insisting she had brought the Red Bulls in with her from outside.
No, walk with me to the store so I can prove to you I bought this. See, ma'am?
Well,
Okay.
why don't you come talk to us outside about whatever's going on here?
What are you doing? You can walk right out.
So, what's going on?
And I came to the store to buy some candy, and she locked me in there.
In here?
Yeah,
Did you buy the candy?
she won't let me.
Why wouldn't she let you buy the candy?
She thinks I'm stealing.
Did you have money to pay for the candy?
Yep.
Then why would she think you're stealing? And I see you got money in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Were you guys having issues when you walked in?
not at all. She took a lot of time there, right?
Okay.
She opened the door. I went there to see just what she's doing. The refrigerator was open. She take 2 Red Bulls, right? And she was standing here. She grabbed these 2 chocolates in front of me. I came back. So she said she tried to run away, right? She said me, take this 1 chocolate. I have taken only this 1 chocolate. I said no. You have taken all the things from here. So why you are telling you have taken? You have to pay me for 2 things are in her hand, Red Bull and these 2 chocolates, right? So she is paying for me like she's stealing and she's running away. I said her, why you are doing like that? She's covering her face also. Totally, she's covering her face. So she's telling me like that. I said just stay. Why you are doing like that? So she said, no, I have all the things in my hand already. I said, I didn't see you when you came inside. You were not having anything. Why you will buy only 1 chocolate from here when you are already having 3 things in your hand? Why you will come only for this one?
So she said she was going to pay for that.
She said, only I have taken this one from here. If I came by the candy, y'all set me free already. You set me free already. I was locked in the store. Thank you.
Yeah, but they also called to say that you were trying to steal from them, so we're not done looking into whatever
Did they call
happened.
you after I called you?
I'm not sure. I don't take the calls. I just go to them.
So did you come out here and then lock the door or something, or?
Yeah. I just stand here and I just lock the door and I just call you then.
All right. So she
I called my
said
owner
she
office.
only had that one and she was going to pay for that one.
Yeah,
But she had everything else in her hand.
Everything else in her hand. So these all stuff are from our store. So I said, if you just show me where you buy that one. No. I will only pay for that one. I have only buy. She said.
Do you want her arrested? Do you want her banned from here? What do you want to do?
No, if she has taken the stuff, right? Whatever she has taken, she has to pay for that one because I am working here. So that's why the reason is that.
So you went in there, and it looks like you bought some Red Bulls.
No, not.
You had those from somewhere else?
I have these.
Okay.
I go in, look at candy. I want to eat it. But instead, she takes it from me.
Okay. So she took you. So you didn't eat anything. You didn't open anything. Okay. I guess then my question is, how did it get to the point where she's calling us and locking you in the store, and you're calling us, and how did it get to that? If you didn't eat any candy and you know what I mean? How did it get to that point?
Are you okay? Are you experiencing any mental health issues today? Lauren?
I'm under attack.
What'd you say?
I'm under attack.
You're under attack?
I'm under attack.
Okay, what does that mean?
I tried to get some candy.
Okay. Okay.
All right, well, when my boss is done talking to them inside, we'll have, you know...
I mean, I don't have the candy. So what is it that... Well, I have the candy. I just can't grab it.
I don't... This is why I'm confused. I guess you're saying that you went to grab candy and you're going to pay for it. And then then that's where I'm confused. What else happened in there?
So she has one Red Bull open because the other one's not open. I can see it from here.
She opened that one in front of me.
Okay. And so if she can't pay for it, what do you want?
I needed a case against you because I needed the money back. That's all. Because it's been happening several times. So I asked to them with a different customer. I let them go. So this time it is happening, sir. So I need you to pay. If she's not paying, I would like to go for a case.
Okay. All right. And then you want her banned from the store?
Yes, also.
Okay.
Most states recognize a doctrine called the shopkeeper's privilege, allowing merchants to briefly detain a suspected shoplifter on probable cause. But locking a suspect inside the store sits at the outer edge of reasonable manner. When asked if she's experiencing mental health issues, Lauren replies, "I am under attack." Her disorganized speech and apparent paranoia raise legitimate crisis indicators officers must balance against the active theft investigation. Crisis Intervention Team Training, modeled on the original 1988 Memphis CIT program, instructs officers to slow the pace, increase distance, and use active listening whenever a subject shows clear signs of psychiatric distress on scene. At Lauren's insistence, she bought the Red Bulls elsewhere. Officer Densberger leaves to verify her claim at Casey's General Store. This step is what separates a thorough investigation from a rushed and constitutionally vulnerable one. Under the Fourth Amendment, a custodial arrest requires probable cause. Verifying exculpatory accounts before that arrest reduces the risk of false arrest civil rights claims under 42 U.S.C. Section 1983 and strengthens the criminal case. Officers inform Lauren she is not free to leave pending verification. She turns and walks away, then raises a Red Bull can whose contents spill toward the officer. The encounter shifts from investigation to physical restraint in seconds. The Supreme Court held in Graham v. Connor, 1989, that force is judged by what a reasonable officer knew at the moment, not in hindsight. Severity of the crime, immediate threat, and resistance are the three factors weighed. Although the underlying offense is a misdemeanor, the Supreme Court ruled in Atwater v. City of Lago Vista, 2001, that a custodial arrest is permitted even for minor offenses so long as probable cause has been properly established. Once a lawful custodial arrest has been made, officers may conduct a full search of the arrestee's person without any further justification. This rule comes from United States v. Robinson, decided by the Supreme Court in 1973. When Lauren volunteers that she has something in her pocket to protect her, no Miranda warning is triggered. Under Rhode Island v. Innis, 1980, only police conduct reasonably likely to elicit incrimination counts as interrogation.
Did you try to walk out of the store without paying?
No.
Okay. Then I guess that's where I'm starting to get confused.
Yes, I had candy, but she wouldn't let me get it.
What do you mean by that?
Why'd you go into the bathroom, Lauren? Did you have to use the restroom?
All right. Well, my boss is coming out now, so we'll see what's going on.
So, do you have anything else on you that from in there?
I couldn't buy anything.
We're not getting a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I couldn't buy anything. She wouldn't let me.
Okay, she says she wants you, if you pay for your...
I got these. Walk with me to the same store.
She said they said you came in here with nothing in your hands.
What? Look at the camera.
Okay, where did you get those from?
Walk with me.
No, tell me where you got them from.
I said the store.
What store?
The store.
So if you want to pay for your one Red Bull,
I didn't know. I already had these.
Then they don't want to. They don't want to press charges.
You're not free to go. You're not free to go.
Man, I already had these. Y'all not doing that to me. I already had these.
Stop. Let's just have a conversation.
Look,
okay?
this is
Don't
mine.
walk
All right,
away
I don't
from
want this
us.
spilled on me.
Okay, so please let it go.
Stop, Lauren. Stop.
Why are you doing
Drop
this?
everything out your hands right now.
Okay.
Don't fight me. I'm telling you, you won't win. Don't do it. Don't fight me.
Okay, I'm okay.
Do not fight me.
Okay, I'm not
I'm
fighting.
telling you.
Why are you
Stop
putting me in
tensing up on me.
I'm
Hey,
not.
listen to what I'm telling you, okay? Give her your hand and don't fight us.
Stop pulling away.
Stop.
Okay. I'm recording this. I have a right.
fine.
You're trying to
You're-
kill me.
Hey! Stop.
He's not going anywhere. Great, we'll pull the sleeve up. Turn her on to her side. I think she's having some kind of mental break or something.
No.
You and me call for a 1052 because she's got like scratches on her neck and she's got blood on her mouth and I don't know what's going on.
Come on, we'll have a check.
Would you rather stay like this or sit up?
I need a black officer.
Okay, there is one right here.
I don't have blood on my mouth. Why she seeing blood on my mouth? You robbing me?
No, I'm not robbing you, Lauren. I'm just checking your pockets for any weapons.
Look, I got something in my pocket to protect me so I don't get. Don't
Okay.
me for it, alright?
You got it.
I'm gonna put all your money back in your pocket, Lauren. Do you take any medications we should know about?
So I can't believe all this is happening because I wanted some candy. Talk about a Good Friday.
Well, it didn't have to go this way. We told you to stop doing what you were doing. We just wanted to talk to you. We weren't done talking to you.
Snatched something on my hands because I already paid for it. It's not my
you
fault I
tried to
have
walk
money.
away from us, and we said you couldn't do that. And
I
then this
didn't
is
do
where we're
anything
at, Lauren.
Wrong. If I'm going to the hospital, I like to choose it.
We're not saying that.
Because now y'all trying to say I'm mentally ill.
Well, you're acting like you might
Well,
be.
this isn't normal
All I want is
behavior.
candy.
We were willing to go talk to the store where you're saying you
I
got
told
your Red
you
Bull.
walk with me.
We don't do walk with me. You're gonna have to tell us where it was,
I
and you
said
didn't want
the
to do
store.
that. There's quite a few of those in this town.
You know. So you know I paid for it.
They already say they said you came in here without it.
Who said? The lady who locked me in the store? I
Yeah.
called you and you arrested me.
She called us too.
No, she called you after I called you.
It doesn't matter who
Why?
calls first. It
Because
matters.
she was still
All you had to do is cooperate and go through this, right? That's all you had to do.
I'm not talking.
That's fine.
Do you want to go to the hospital?
Sure.
Hey, Lauren.
Hey,
I'm Luke. I'm one of the paramedics. We just got called. What's going on today?
I bought 2 drinks, went to a store, went
She's
to another
in
store, and then
handcuffs,
they wouldn't let me out.
Was she staying there like that or no? So, did you just lay down
don't
or
know
did
yet.
you fall down or
We were
anything like
investigating a
that?
theft, and then she tried to run away, and then she splashed a Red Bull on the quad.
Do your job.
All right.
What's going on, Lauren?
Here's a police officer.
Am I under arrest?
Yes.
Okay, so we don't need this.
You don't
Can
need
you
what?
take this off?
It's up to you. I'm only doing it again because you asked me to.
Take it off?
Hey, Lauren, you're allowed to get treated medically as a priority before our stuff. So if you think you need to go to the hospital or get a doctor to look at you, that supersedes what we've got going on. So if that's what you want to do, that's fine. We're not going to stop that from happening. But if you're not interested in doing that, then we're going to move along with what we got to do.
And ain't no questions are answered appropriately, but just see what's confused.
No, wait. Why didn't you guys go to the store and see if I paid?
I'm not a cop. I'm here for you. That's
Was
it.
she here?
My boss did.
And what they
My boss
said?
went in here.
No,
and
the
then
one you said before.
Officer Densberger, he went to Casey's, which is where you got the Red Bulls before, the other Red Bulls, and they said you stole those too.
I told you I was coming back.
A paramedic arrives and an officer tells Lauren that medical care supersedes booking, that a hospital evaluation takes priority if she requests one. This reflects modern medical priority policies adopted by departments nationwide today. Officer Densberger returns from Casey's General Store with the answer. The clerks there confirm that the Red Bulls Lauren claimed to have purchased were stolen from their store as well. Her exculpatory account collapses entirely. Following the encounter, Lauren is issued trespass citations from both retail locations and is charged with theft and resisting arrest. No civil rights claim under Section 1983 has been publicly filed at the time of this analysis. Responding officers earn a B+ for verification, mental health awareness, and offering medical priority. Lauren earns a D+, context noted but conduct unlawful. The store clerk earns a B for solid observation but risky containment. Lesson 1 for law enforcement. When both parties call you, slow down. Verifying the exculpatory account before arrest is what protected this case from later constitutional challenge under the Fourth Amendment and Section 1983 review. Lesson 2 for citizens. Even when you believe you are right, walking away after being told you are not free to go converts a misdemeanor inquiry into a resisting arrest charge. Compliance plus a request for counsel is the safer path. Lesson 3 for retailers. Probable cause to suspect theft does not authorize unlimited detention. Locking a suspect inside the store invites a false imprisonment counterclaim. Call police, document the conduct, let officers handle it.